Hi everyone, welcome back to Pine Hollow Auto Diagnostics. So Thanksgiving's coming up, Black Friday, the holidays, and people have been waiting for the good deals on diagnostic equipment, and I just wanted to share some amazing deals with you guys on scanners and some of the other equipment that I carry on board in my mobile diagnostic business. So let's see what deals are on Amazon this Black Friday. Alright, let's start with scanners. So I have 4 scanners here on the bench in order of, I guess, size and price. So let's go over the pros and cons of each and see how much they're going for on Black Friday. So, KINGBOLEN K10. This is a full-blown bidirectional scanner. It features the topology. You know, when you have a lot of modules, it's a huge advantage to see which network the modules are on and which ones are talking, which ones have codes, all in one screen. That is a huge advantage if you do this for a living, or if you work in a shop. So it kind of looks like, it looks like this. You've seen that on the ThinkTool Pros. Once you try it, you can't go back. The only drawback right now of this scanner is the auto auth for 2018 and newer Chryslers. They still haven't worked out the authorization agreement. So right now for Chryslers, for new Chryslers, this one is not going to be very useful. And yeah, otherwise fantastic tool. And it's going for right now, with a $200 coupon, for less than 900 bucks. I mean, I've never seen it go cheaper for that many features. Next one is the Autel MK808 STS. So I actually just bought this. This is brand new, and I had the older version of this. This one is faster, and it has the really cool feature about this one is it's TPMS enabled. See the little orange icon there? So it has a high frequency RF antenna that can program sensors, they can read sensors. Just for that feature, I would recommend this scanner, even if it wasn't a bidirectional scanner. But it's also a full-blown Autel bidirectional scanner, which is amazing. Especially for European stuff, you can't beat Autel. And a couple nice features is it does have a stand, and it has a little home for its dongle back here, so you won't lose that, unlike the other scanners where the dongle is separate and you have to keep track of that. This newer MK808 even has in the toolkit, you can test key fobs with it. So here I have a Nissan key, and if I press a button and it works, you'll see the signal strength right on the screen. I mean, how cool is that? So you can instantly tell, is my battery dead? Is my key fob not sending out a signal? Is it a problem with the car or the key? Super handy to have these features built into the scanner. So the Autel right now is going for $560, so it's more than $100 off, and for the functionality, including TPMS, one of the best deals on the market. Third scanner on the list, the Launch CRP919 Bluetooth. So the dongle is almost as big as the scanner, and unfortunately it does not have a stand. So Launch, if you're listening, take some design cues from Autel. At least have a little stand so it's more convenient to use. But otherwise, this is a full-blown bidirectional Launch scanner with all of the fantastic OEM software categorized by Euro, Asian, American. I would say, so let's see how much this one is right now with the Black Friday deal. It is $450. So for full bidirectional scanner, this right now I think is the best bang for the buck. If you need TPMS, you pay $100 more for the Autel. Both fantastic compact scanners that will do anything that the big one will. If they don't have topology, they both have auto auth. So the name brands like Autel and Launch, they have that figured out. The brands that use their software but aren't officially Launch or Autel, they have some issues like TOPDON, KINGBOLEN, ThinkTool. So keep that in mind if you have a newer Chrysler or if you work on a lot of newer Chryslers. But these are, maybe not, even in a shop, if you use the scanner occasionally, these are great, or for advanced DIY use, you can't go wrong with that. So last but not least, we have a newcomer from TOPDON. It's called the TopScan. It's a dongle, Bluetooth dongle. Then you download an app to your phone, and what this thing can do is super impressive. I've tried it on several cars, and the software is basically the same as a Launch scanner. Bidirectional controls, full health reports. I was really impressed. So I call this the DIY game changer because this dongle you can get for, let's see here, $60. And you might ask, what's the catch? Well, after the first year, the subscription is $50 a year. So it would take 8 years to catch up to the price of a real scanner. Now, I want to do a quick demo with this thing just to show you guys the bidirectional controls, but super impressive. If you can download as many, so you need a password obviously, and you can download as many software packages as you need. So if you only want it for your own car, just download the software for your car. If you run into a different brand for your friend, whatever, you can download that. So let's see. Right now, what do I have downloaded here? I have Chevy, Ford, GM, Nissan, and Suzuki because those are popular brands. I drive a Suzuki. My wife drives a Nissan. Let's try to connect it to my 96 Mercury Mystique, first year of OBD2, and see if we can do some bidirectional controls. And by the way, when you have the subscription, you can just do one-click update, super fast. And then if you don't have the software downloaded, you can just download whatever brand you need. It's like BMW is going to take up some space on your phone for sure. So obviously your phone is limiting. If you're low on storage, then you won't be able to download all the apps or all the individual software packages. So let's go into Ford. Let's connect the dongle and see what capability this thing has. Alright, so dongle is connected down here. So we'll hit confirm. Whoa, slow down on the techno. Manual transmission, Mercury, Mystique. It's the 2-liter, 1996. Manual. Oh, China emission. It's just federal. Does it have distributorless ignition module? Yeah, it is integrated. The computer does control the ignition system. So there's the vehicle profile confirmed. Let's just do auto scan. So as 3 possible modules, this car's base model, so it doesn't even have ABS. So 2 faults in the PCM. It'll try to scan the ABS and it'll say whatever, not equipped. And there's no immobilizer. Does not exist. Okay, so just PCM. Let's go into here. Read DTCs. Continuous memory codes. And okay, P1000, I just had the battery disconnected, and EGR, I have that disabled, so that makes sense. Let's try active test. Okay, so we can do our evap stuff. Let's try fan control. Okay? You can look at live data if you want during the test. Let's see, fan high speed, low speed. Okay. There it is. Fan kicked on. Turn it off. It's simply amazing. Alright, next up are three of my favorite tools that help you see. Visual inspection is very important. So, we'll start with the TOPDON TCView 001 thermal camera. Now, they just came out with the iPhone version, the TC002, and this thing is fantastic. Comes with a cable, plugs into your phone, super easy to use. I did a little modification so I can stick this thing on the back of my phone and go to town. So you can rotate the image by clicking rotate. There you go. You can see my little garage heater is, I just had it running this morning. What's the temperature on the pipe? I guess it cooled down quite a bit, but down here you're still, the hot spot is about 40 degrees C. So fantastic resolution. You don't use this tool every day, but when you need it, it is really, really nice to have. And I can't believe the price on this thing right now. Almost $100 off. 220 bucks. It's been, I've used it dozens of times and it's never let me down. This is my favorite thermal camera. So, endoscope. You have to have a good endoscope in your toolkit for doing visual inspections where you can't see or you can't use a mirror. So this is the NTS 500. I've had this for a few years and it's still my favorite endoscope because it has two cameras. It's dual camera, so you can do a 90-degree view or the straight on view, and this flexible fiber optic cable, it's better than the competition because A, it keeps its shape and it's really thin and you can put it in places where other endoscopes can't get into. I put this down glow plug holes where the hole is pretty small. It's not like a spark plug hole, and this thing fit in just fine, while other endoscopes, the head was a little too wide and they just wouldn't fit. So this is still my favorite. They came out with a 3-camera version, and I didn't like the bendable scope was not as good as the NTS 500, and this one is on sale right now for like 20% off, under 200 bucks. Really high quality images. You can save them to your computer, whatever you got to do. But a good endoscope, it's worth its weight in gold when working on cars. And last but not least, my favorite headlamp. This thing is super portable, rechargeable. The battery lasts pretty much all day, even on bright, at least half a day. So at this price, right now, They're almost like $10 a piece. Might as well get 10 of them, put one in each glove box, have 2 or 3 on the workbench, and you'll never have to worry about replacing batteries again. So I've used these things for years. I've had one go bad, I think, and without it would get really frustrating, especially in dark places if you're working on an engine or under the dash, and you need 2 hands. The headlamp, the LED headlamp, the FOXELLI, is indispensable. Alright, next 3 items on my must-have mobile diagnostic kit shopping list. The TS100 soldering iron. I have used this thing for a few years now. Completely amazing. Best soldering iron I've ever owned by far, and especially for field use. So there's 2 buttons on it, and you can preset the working temp, idle time. It's like a smart soldering iron, and you can run it off a battery pack, again sold separately, like this 1300 milliamp hour Lipo pack. And then to charge the pack, you do need a separate charger, like this iMAX B6 AC. It charges in half an hour, up to 1 hour if you completely drain it. So you can always check your voltage. 18.8 volts, and the maximum voltage is 21, so it's a little discharged. Again, the upgraded TS101, $63. That costs about as much as, well, the battery pack's $20, and then the charger is about the same as a soldering iron. So the whole package here is what, 120, like less than $150 for the entire mobile soldering kit. Highly recommended. I could not do my field repairs without this little tool, so I'd say get one. Even if you just do repairs in the shop on the vehicle, you don't want to stretch a cord out and you just have a little battery pack, do your repairs, and you're done. So I love this thing. Couple of my most used diagnostic tools, use them every day. The AstroAI DC or AC/DC amp clamp, and the regular digital voltmeter. So this one is the first weapon of choice for charging systems. Dead batteries, just throw a meter on there, start it up, measure the charging current, see if your alternator is good. And for big parasitic drains, this will catch it. And then this one is the first weapon of choice for small parasitic drains. You set it to amps, it'll measure down to 1 milliamp. Very accurate tool. And a lot of people ask, what leads do you use with this? So these leads are from aeswave.com. They cost about as much as the meter, if not more. And then I do have it modified. I put an extra stackable banana jack on here, and these are just classic, snap-on test lead alligator clips. So everything's banana jacks, very handy. And like I said, these things, they're basically giving them away. The amp meter, about $30. The DVOM, less than $20. I should buy more just to have a spare, but this has been absolutely bomb-proof for a few years now. Super accurate. The amp clamp, I did just recently replace it with the exact same one. The switch just got a little loose, and after weeks and months and years of this, the body got just slightly loose. So I'm like, it's easier to buy a new one than try to refurbish the old one for, whatever, 30 or 40 bucks. That's a no-brainer. So 3 of my favorite electrical diagnostic and repair tools that you have to have in your kit. So last few items here. Winter's coming up. You want your vehicle to be ready for the cold, and here are a few things that you must have in your trunk. In addition to your LED rechargeable headlamp, have one in every vehicle no questions asked. Jump pack. So I just recently bought this GOOLOO 4000 on recommendation from Project Farm. That channel, the guy does real world testing, and this jump pack came out on top. People use this to start semi trucks. You can read the reviews, just rave reviews. I tried it, absolutely phenomenal. It has a very convenient boost button, so once you connect it and the battery is completely dead, if it doesn't recognize it, just click that. It'll send direct 15 volts to the battery, and the vehicle will fire right up even with no battery connected. Amazing. So right now, this jump pack, you would think it would be like 300 bucks. Less than 100 bucks. Unbelievable. This is cheaper, like half the price of a NOCO, and it has more capability. So not all jump packs are made the same. I've come across some really crappy ones. This one so far, unbelievable performance. Good old-fashioned jumper cables. You know, this thing will time out in 30 seconds. So if you're doing testing out in the field and you don't have a wall charger connected, there's no other option. You have to connect your vehicle to the dead vehicle and just put jumper cables on it. So these ones here, I picked up on Amazon a few years ago based on reviews, and the clamps are super heavy duty. They're all metal, they're not going to snap, and the jaws are very convenient. They can clamp on to any post or any metal bracket or anything, and they're long enough to reach from, you know, the whole length of the car. And these things are, again, on sale for 25 bucks. No reason not to have these, just in case. You know, the jump pack will get you out of 90% of the situations, but if you need to slow charge a battery for a long period of time, you can't substitute anything for jumper cables. So I think that's it for the Black Friday deals. Oh wait, there's one more thing I wanted to mention. So the last Black Friday deal, I promise. My very own pressure transducer kit. So here it is. It comes with the power supply, lit LED switch, BNC cable or banana cable, whatever one you order, and a 265 PSI precision transducer. This is vacuum and pressure up to 265 PSI, plus some vacuum adapters. So that's the basic kit, and then optional, you can order the 667 PSI if you work on diesels or high pressure, higher pressure applications. So right now the deal is $50 off the order. So a regular kit is $450. Now it's on sale for $400. And this transducer right here is number 200. And this one I'm going to give away for free. Now, it's not going to be a giveaway, it's going to be a surprise. So if you fill out the order form, make your payment, first come first serve, this batch of transducers will have number 200 somewhere in it. So if you're the lucky person who is number 200 on the list, I'll give you a refund and I'll send you the number 200 transducer kit. So super easy to use. I have demo videos on this. Just plug in the transducer on this side, plug in your BNC cable on this side, plug that into your scope, into your laptop, turn it on, you're ready to go. So you will need your own compression hose, just a standard compression hose. It's a universal fitting, and Pico. I have custom scales for Picoscope 6, Picoscope 7. You can grab the formulas from the Picoscope 6 custom scales and make your own. I refuse to upgrade to Pico 7. Don't ask me why. It's just I love Picoscope 6. It works perfectly. There's nothing to be improved, so I'm sticking to that. So that's it for the Black Friday deals. Get them while they're hot, and I hope you guys stay tuned for the Thanksgiving special. We have a very neat car coming up, so enjoy that. Happy Thanksgiving, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.